What is the game plan for 2027? Will you win there or you want something bigger?
Yeah, people have been telling me to vie for governor.
Yes.
Yeah, because they say the one who has tried to bring all communities together.
Together, yeah.
Trans Nzoia is cosmopolitan.
Yes.
And I've been able to embrace all communities. They feel comfortable.
Yes.
The suburbs, yes, they didn't vote for me massively, but they still enjoy my leadership.
Yes.
I don't discriminate. And they thought now you are better for Trans Nzoia that is highly cosmopolitan versus Natembe.
Have you given it a thought?
I had almost. Nilikuwa nimeweka magari tayari, mafuta nimeweka chopa iko nafanya papa iko tayari ku
take off then.
But I looked at nikasema sasa huyu Natembe tunaongea the same language.
Yes.
I've never met William Ruto.
Uh-huh.
I'm the only member of parliament or elected leader who has never met
William Ruto.
And I still maintain if he has a contrary opinion, let him
and the Uhuru
conference. So I'm also repeating here.
Yes.
I've only spoken to Uhuru through Eugene's phone. But I've never met Uhuru. There's a question I asked Murathe, nilimuuliza, nyinyi mnatuambia mtaki Ruto na mmempea budget kwa office of the deputy president. Is this the money he's using to do
run around?
I put that question to him. Mwambia you have a budget here. Why can't you tell us to deny him tumpe 10K? Tuone atafika wapi.
10K.
Yeah, exactly. As in, if kama umekataa mtu show us.
Kwa vitendo.
Kwa vitendo. Like for example me, people say I'm too independent.
Yes.
It's because I have no godfather in politics.
Yes.
Raila knew me after I've become a member of parliament.
Yes.
That's why unaona nilikuwa na katazanga Raila vitu without fear.
Yeah.
Unaona ma MP kutoka Nyanza wananishika wewe. Unaongeaje kuhusu baba bwana nyama hapa? Kwa piji.
Hata kwa piji. Welcome to A Conversation with Manyora. In this podcast, we bring guests to enhance the conversation. These conversations are what will help us move forward as a country because things look very difficult. Some people say elephant, but the moment you sit down to talk, you realize that they were not as difficult as we thought. Indeed, this country requires a global, grand, national conversation to fix our politics. Because unless we fix our politics, nothing else will ever work. So these conversations are a building towards, hopefully, the grand national conversation. So much is happening in the country, in the political scene, and most of it is because of the discord in the Orange Party. Baba's party is falling into pieces, perhaps. That will be confirmed or denied by our guests. But the cause of the heated political temperatures in the country arise from these orange problems, because there are problems. Today, heeding your demands, we have brought a firebrand from the Orange Party, a member of parliament, two-term member of parliament. He will be telling us how, at his age, in a cosmopolitan constituency, where his own tribe is a minority, how he is able to win twice. Our guest also has an interesting history. We will give him a few minutes to share that part of his life with us. So today, most privileged to have firebrand ODM politician, young Turk, Caleb Amisi, MP for Sabaot in Rift Valley. Is that Rift Valley?
Saboti. Sabaot is a community.
Sabaot is a community.
But Saboti is a constituency.
Sabaot. Oh, when you add A,
yes,
after O, it is
a community.
A community.
But Saboti
is
the constituency.
This is the constituency of legends like Masina Muliro?
Masinde Michael Wamalwa Kijana.
Michael Wamalwa Kijana,
Yeah,
yes.
The late
Michael Wamalwa Kijana.
Yeah, the first MP was the father when it was still the bigger Kitale West, Kitale East.
Yeah.
And then we had
that's the senator.
Yes, senator.
Wamalwa.
Yeah, and then we had Wafula Wabuge.
Bana Kiko. Wafula Buge.
You seem to have known him better.
Not Buge. Yeah, I knew him, of course. He used to stay in Thousand.
Wafula Buge.
Yes.
Was also an MP there.
Then
we had, of course, when Michael Wamalwa Kijana took over from Wafula Buge.
Yes.
And then Michael Wamalwa died.
Yes.
There was a by-election. Remember, he died as while serving as a vice president.
Yeah.
There was a by-election where we had Eugene Wamalwa versus Davis Nakitari.
Yes, Nakitari took it.
Nakitari took it.
Yes.
Nakitari used to train young boys to go and fight
pilots.
Yeah, not even pilots.
Yes.
Fight as in militarily. Yes, there was the
guerrilla type
rebels.
Oh yeah.
Then after Nakitari died, not served.
Yes.
Nakitari took over from Wamalwa Kijana when he died.
Yes.
Nakitari served the rest of the term.
Yes.
Eugene Wamalwa came
now.
He vied against Chebukati.
Chebukati, the former.
Yes.
So you come from a constituent of greats.
Chebukati vied for Saboti constituents. On ODM ticket. Versus Eugene Wamalwa. Eugene Wamalwa took it,
yes.
Yeah, and then after Eugene Wamalwa, he tried to join Musalia in vying for presidents.
Yes.
So a new person came in.
Yes.
David Lazaro Wafula.
Yes.
He was a staff at Parliament.
Yes.
Yeah, and then David Lazaro Wafula were cornered during Jubilee nomination. I never met him in the ballot.
Okay.
Probably he could have beaten me.
He was cornered during the nominations of Jubilee. A serving MP subjected to nomination and lost.
I'm telling people how these things, the history repeats itself.
Yes.
New Ford Kenya, the party that David Wafula was elected on.
Yes.
Where Eugene Wamalwa was a party leader.
Yes.
They were told to fold their party.
The many parties
join
the Jubilee. Big Jubilee thing, the monster.
And they were told that they will be, don't worry, you'll be given tickets,
automatic tickets. Yes.
When it reached the time for nomination, they were told hii ni muungano ya Wakalenjin na Wakikuyu, hakuna Muluya hapa. And 30% of my constituents are Elgon, Masai is the subout, who are they vote with the Kalenjin.
Yes.
And they were told hii ni muungano wa Kikuyu na
that Jubilee, yes.
Yes, the Wakalenjin. Mambo Waluya iko hapa. David Lazaro
akazama hivyo.
Akazama. And you can see now history repeating itself.
That was 2017.
That was 2017. I never met Lazaro on ballot. Yes, I vied.
Alipotelea ndani ya nomination ya Jubilee.
Yes, I had vied against him 2013, where I won.
Yes.
I had 4,000 on KNC. Chama Peter Kenneth. But now, this one, I didn't find him on ballot. Alipotelea Jubilee walinisaidia mapema.
So they didn't keep their promise.
They didn't keep their promise.
And
that's why I'm telling people history repeats itself.
How?
Wakati tutaingia ODM tuanze kuambiwa hii ni chama wa Jaluo na Wakalenjin. Mtasema nini? Are you getting?
I'm getting.
Yes.
So you took it on ODM.
I took it now on ODM.
That is 2017.
And remember, ODM were not to give me certificate. ODM, there is a delegation that went to Oparanya. And they said there's no need to waste time with this young person. Anatembea na machokora hii town, hana kura.
Wewe sasa.
Yes. But Nabi Nabwera was the chief of staff of Paranya.
I know.
And he told them, let's go and do some research on the ground. And
because
there were two candidates, me against the one who had vied on ODM previously. Bishop Makona.
Yes.
And they said, this guy is not a Bukusu. There's no way he will be voted in.
Yes.
He's a Maragola. Many Maragolis are in Kitale.
Now.
Yeah, me. But Nabi told him, but this young man is popular.
Yes, let's try and go on the ground.
So Nabi came to the ground, he did some research, he told Oparanya no. If they say the guy has no votes, why can't you take them to a nomination anyway? He will lose if he has no votes.
Yes. Easiest way.
Yeah, and they took us to nomination. Otherwise, they wanted to kick me out.
Automatically.
They wanted that there's no nomination. It's about we have decided it is.
Because this one cannot go anywhere.
Yeah, it's not going nowhere. It's just a young boy walking with chokoras in town. Because vijana were like kijana yetu.
In Kitale town.
Kitale town.
How much of Kitale town is in your constituency?
The entire Kitale town.
Oh, the entire town is in your constituency?
Tuwani, all the slums are in my constituency.
Oh, I get you.
Yeah. So we went for nomination. I got 8,000. And the guy who was to be given direct ticket got 1,000. And
you whitewashed him.
Yes, and he said I've stolen his election.
Yes, as usual.
He went to convince Baba that I'll be, even if I'm elected as independent, I'll be your MP in Parliament.
Let me go independent.
Come and talk to your Luos to vote for me.
There are Luos in Saboti?
Yeah, quite, maybe 1,000 or 3,000 there.
Yes.
He put his name on
the ballot.
On the ballot as independent candidate. And they told all the Luos, because it is assumed that Luos are the ones who are in ODM.
Yes.
That you vote for me because I'll be Baba's MP even when I get to Parliament as independent MP. IBC results, I got 20,000.
Yes.
And he got 800.
8,000 or 800?
Even the nomination
results were even 8,000, not 800.
800, 800.
800.
Even the nomination results were even better.
Now, did he?
Yeah, so of course we are afraid.
Had you known Baba that time?
No. Baba knew me.
You're just a stranger to Baba.
I was a stranger, let me tell you.
And how have you come
I've gone through a lot, Duke. Do you know, forget even about the nomination.
Yes.
I came in during the NASA period.
Yes.
NASA,
I remember.
A coalition of Raila, Mudavadi, Wetangula, Kalonzo.
And even Nani joined Isaac Ruto later.
Yeah. They came to Kitale town in a packed Kitale rally.
Yes.
And you know, they were introducing NASA candidates.
Yes.
And they said the Wetangula had convinced Raila that there is no ODM in Trans Nzoia. And the Bungoma, that is a Ford Kenya zone. ANC had taken Kakamega, Busia, and the Vihiga.
Yes.
And Msalia actually literally told me ODM ni Wajado huko Nyanza. Hakuna Wajado. So what he did, alisimamisha mtu wa Ford Kenya.
In a packed rally?
In a packed rally.
And you are there?
I was there as a NASA candidate, so that Raila comes and endorse him. So when Raila was just about to endorse him, I just stepped on the podium.
What?
And nikasimama hapo.
You had that courage?
Yes. But when Wetangula was holding his for the Kenya candidate,
to be the NASA
candidate, knowing very well that there is ODM candidate.
Also. And you haven't sat down to agree.
And he wants Baba to hold for the Kenya candidate as a NASA candidate. I stepped forward and they stood there. And the crowd went wild. Uyo. So Wetangula had to stop speech. I speak fast, ndio aendelee. That's why the guy has never forgiven me up to now. He had to stop his speech.
Because if you hadn't done that, that would have been the NASA candidate.
That would be the NASA candidate.
And you would have gotten
I would never have gotten it.
So it's the courage that gave you the seat.
It's the courage that gave me the seat. I went and stood there. And the crowd went wild. Huyo, vijana wakataa.
And Baba najua alikuwa mtu wa kusikiza.
Aongee. And then Wetangula to step aside, I speak, ndio sasa aendelee. Na akakuwa embarrassed with his Ford Kenya candidate. Na
huyo candidate akazama hivyo. Hapo.
Sasa crowd ilirudi ikasema huyo kijana ndiye anaenda.
At that time I didn't know you, but come 2022.
Nobody. That's why you see I was being endorsed there. I mean, they are endorsing Ford Kenya there because Baba does not even assume there is an ODM person
in that place.
And I followed the convoy to the airstrip, Kitale airstrip,
yes,
to complain. In fact, I met Orengo. I was very bitter. Some of you people, why are we ODM then? Why are we being given certificate?
If we know,
if our party leader is coming to endorse our opponent, so why did you give us ODM certificate?
Yeah.
And I met Baba there, but he was with Morris Ogeto.
Yes.
Yeah, but he was almost getting to the chopper.
So you didn't talk to him.
But I told Orengo, what is happening? This is not right. What are you doing?
Did they support you during the election?
No, they didn't.
You just went along.
But from that time, Baba knew he's been lied to. Because after election,
You won.
I won. Of course, I met. I came and met Junet.
How close was the?
No, the
was a distance.
rest was close because I got 20,000. My opponent got 18, 20 versus 18, so it was close. I went to court. I was taken through a petition.
I know, I had that.
Yeah, so I met Junet kwa hii hotel ilikuwa Jimmy Wanjigi.
Yes.
Yeah, Westlands.
Westlands.
You know, Jimmy was in that coalition.
At ABC.
ABC place.
Yes.
Nikammeet up and said, hey, very happy. Baba told us you'll win. Baba told us. Baba told us. We knew
because
you'll
he had
win.
seen on the rally.
He had now seen on the
But
ground.
come 2022,
Now 2022.
I had known you and I was sure you are not winning.
Yeah,
I even asked you, where are you going?
That's 2022, you know, I did very good work on bursaries.
Oh.
Very good work on
So are you
bursaries.
telling me if an MP does a good job?
Let me tell you, my election, being MP to me sometimes look like a miracle.
Yes.
Because if you look like this a person who is, my community is a Maragoli.
Yes.
In fact, even if you have to rate, we are not even numbers, top 6.
No.
In terms of the numbers.
Of the people there.
We are hardly 500 people in town.
Yes.
But the Sabaot voted for me.
Yes.
The Bukusu voted for me, having a number of Bukusu candidates.
Candidates in other parties.
There are Kikuyus in town. There are support is one of the most cosmopolitan constituencies.
The Kisses are there.
Find the Kisses. The Turkana, the Islam.
The Turkanas are there.
Burma Islam is there. They are there. Kipsongo.
As we delve into ODM politics,
yeah.
What is the game plan for 2027? Will you win there or you want something bigger?
Yeah, people have been telling me to vie for governor.
Yes.
Yeah, because they say the one who has tried to bring all communities together.
Together, yeah.
Trans Nzoia is cosmopolitan.
Yes.
And I've been able to embrace all communities. They feel comfortable.
Yes.
The Sabaots, yes, they didn't vote for me massively, but they still enjoy my leadership.
Yes.
I don't discriminate. And they thought now you are better for Trans Nzoia that is highly cosmopolitan versus Natembeya.
Have you given it a thought?
I had almost. Nilikuwa nimeweka magari tayari, mafuta nimeweka chopa iko nafanya iko tayari ku take off.
Take off then?
But I looked at nikasema sasa huyu Natembeya tunaongea the same language.
Yes.
It will not look good that
self-cannibalizing.
We are going to the ballot. We are all saying one term. The rest will take advantage and we might all of us go home.
So you want to support him,
Natembeya? Yeah, so I'm not saying I'm supporting him.
But you may give him.
Convince me.
He has to convince you.
I've been holding him.
What chance would you have against Natembeya?
Not
who
against.
seems to be a very popular person.
I had delegations from Marakwet, delegations from Nandi. They were coming to me, telling me to vie.
Maybe the ones split the...
No. They were very serious. They said, you are the only person who has lived with all communities very well in Sabuti. And
so you stood a chance?
Even now, if you do a research, you'll see.
Are you saying if you don't stand now and it does his 10 years, ukiingia hiyo ni automatic?
I'm not going now to be a governor. Hiyo imeisha.
Umewacha hiyo.
Imeasha. I've told the people of Saboti, hata pia the people of Saboti didn't want me to leave because asema ukitoka hii bursary unatupita enda wapi.
So wewe unaendelea.
I have a very good program for bursary and the people are very happy with it. It reaches, I go myself village to village.
We will be asking you later.
Yeah. So I told them, if you've told me to come back to MP,
I'm here.
Then I've accepted. But please allow me to be my last time to be a member of Parliament.
Then I go up.
up.
I don't want to repeat it again.
I don't want to, yeah.
I'll be asking you later under what party in case this ODM of yours, the orange rots. Because, once you cut an orange into two, you must eat immediately. Otherwise, it will go sour or rot. Well, it goes sour first, then rots.
So far, has it been cut?
Yeah?
Are you sure it's not rotten?
But Uhuru is saying you people are cutting the orange with a crude knife.
So what is he doing while we are cutting the orange?
He's going to deal with you.
So that means he doesn't have the orange. You are the one who has it, because if you are able to cut the orange,
No, he's holding it. Akistuka kakisu
na
imekwarusa
singepita
orange.
na mkono yake bwana. Pia si to enjoy.
Talking of, we will talk a lot about Linda Mwananchi vis-a-vis Linda Ground. First of all, you will be telling us the magic you people are using, because you are a serious member of this Linda Mwananchi, Sifuna, Amisi.
The founder.
They are the founders. Babu Wino, Kina Kibagendi, Richard Onyonka. You are almost less than 10 people holding this ship and this going. You'll be telling us, what is this magic that other people are mobilizing using money, and you, when you turn up, the crowds are in Busia, the crowds are in Kitengela, Kakamega, don't know where else you are going. You'll be telling us that. But before I forget, what doing rounds in whispers, sometimes not so much of whispers, is that Uhuru Kenyatta is the one funding you. That you are Uhuru Kenyatta's boys. By the way, you don't have a girl. You should better bring some ladies inside your team. You are Uhuru Kenyatta's boys, all of you. Now, I'm a little perplexed, because Kaleba member, a key member of Linda Wananchi, Babu Owino, a key member of Linda Wananchi, you are on a record from the word go, from the time Raila lost the election in 2022. And if I'm wrong, correct me. That you did not trust Uhuru's support. You feel Uhuru played Raila. So how come the same Uhuru now, how are you trusting the same Uhuru if these rumors are true, to see you through this Linda Wananchi?
First of all, I'm one of those members who never condoned the handshake between Raila and Uhuru, to start with.
Oh, that bit I didn't know.
You didn't know, now you know.
Now I know.
I didn't support it up to the end.
Yes.
Yeah. Because I was asking myself questions. If these two people, we claim they stole our elections, how come one is now holier than thou? We are now following the other one. Because I asked Baba, you say these guys stole our elections.
Yes.
So who between the two stole? Was it Ruto or Uhuru?
Yeah.
Now that we are with Uhuru, we are now chasing Ruto. Does it mean it is Ruto
who stole? And how did he
why are we now making Uhuru looks like he's
that he wasn't part of the stealing?
He wasn't part of the scheme. So the things were not making sense.
So you didn't quite agree with the idea of the handshake?
I didn't quite
that
agree.
That bit I've forgotten, yeah.
Yes, I didn't quite. If you look at my record, there's nowhere I supported the handshake. Nowhere. Okay. In fact, there is that sometime people used to tell me, well, you are very little on Ruto. Ruto, even before he became a president,
yes,
I was very little on him.
Yes.
Okay? And the third thing, and these questions are put to Baba before, directly.
Yes.
I asked him, BBI, what does it mean to Nyanza or Western?
Yes.
It means a lot to the central region.
But was?
So I asked them, if the BBI that means a lot to the central region, Uhuru cannot pass it.
Yes.
So what magic is he going to make you a president? If he cannot even pass a BBI,
that means everything to them.
It means everything. It has nothing for us for Western or Nyanza.
Yes.
It means everything for Central. But he cannot pass it. So where is this deep state? Then I ask another question. That the constituency that was so dear to Uhuru, Kiamba, when the MP died, remember the old man?
Yes, yes.
He was the chair of administration in parliament.
Yeah.
We had a by-election. And at a time when we were lethal against Tanga movement.
Correct.
And they had just formed a UDA. I think it was like a year to the election.
Yes.
Yeah. They just formed a UDA party.
And somebody from nowhere.
And somebody from nowhere came, and when I asked Baba, if Uhuru cannot deliver a Kiamba seat that is just in his backyard, we're using the same deep state. What makes you think that he has powers to deliver presidents to you? And they ask another question. Chebukati is still there. The ones you have been, you've seen how tear gas overwhelmed me. In fact, if you look at you've just Googled Caleb, the first thing you see is me inside a car, tear gas all over. I almost died because they threw tear gas inside my car. ikapasukia ndani. My driver collapsed on the brakes. If he collapsed on the accelerator and tungekuwa ndani ya nyumba. Tungegonga nyumba moja hapo Kenyatta Avenue.
Oh.
Yes, he collapsed on the brakes. And
That's
I could not get
God.
out. Just Google, you'll see. I could not get out. It took this journalist, the Reuters.
Yes.
I think they are trained.
Yes.
While they are taking their photography, they are also trained on how to save lives.
Yes.
So he could notice me struggling inside the car. Wakati anapiga picha, akakuja haraka akanifungulia nikaanguka chini. So if that journalist did not open the door for me to fall down, for a chokora to come and spear water on me, ningekufia kwa hiyo gari. Just 2 weeks after being sworn in as a member of parliament, ningekuwa the first casualty MP to die. Because I had to be taken to Nairobi Hospital, check up. Up to now, I still visit Nairobi Hospital
because
for
of the
check up on my chest problem. Up to now.
Because of that tear gas.
Because of that
right
tear
inside
gas.
the car.
So I'm one of the people who have gone through the worst of demonstration. The worst.
Yes.
And because I believed it's for a good cause, nikiamua, mimi I'm audacious enough. I go out there.
Yeah.
I don't pretend. And Baba knew this is one of those soldiers that they'll go out.
Yes.
And I was asking him, we went on the street, I almost died, Baba.
Yes.
To remove Chebukati.
Yes.
Now, the same Chebukati is the one who's going to deliver your victory.
How?
So it was not making sense to me that, so this Chebukati was for Uhuru or for Ruto.
Yes.
Yeah, because now he's still there.
He's still there.
But we've gone to the streets or tried to chase him that he has gone away with our victory. I almost died chasing Chebukati out of office.
Yes.
Now
the
guy
majority Thursday or Monday, yeah.
Yeah. Yes. So is this the same guy who's going to deliver our victory? So alikuwa mtu wa Uhuru ama Ruto. I need to understand.
Yes.
So all these things were not making sense, but they used to tell us, we nyamaza, ujui siasa. You know those things. You talk to Junet and kwambia, wewe vijana vitoko bana. Yani, they don't even want you to explain.
Yes. I know.
Yeah. I asked the final question when we had the Azimio coalition. And I asked, this one I didn't ask Baba, I asked just his handlers. Kwamba I can see we are going to an election and Uhuru Kenyatta is the head of Azimio. So where is the powers of Raila? So if Raila is elected on Azimio as a president, so Uhuru is the chairman. So he can remove him out of office anytime. In
the South African way.
Yeah. So I said, if Uhuru wants to give you power, why is he still the chairman of Azimio? Why can't he just give you plus the chairman of Azimio? So these things were not making sense to me.
Yes.
And true to my word.
So when Raila now loses the election, you look around and say, it sort of confirms your fears.
That's why I was very quick to say. In fact, the first comment I made, and it went viral.
Yes.
The first comment I made in parliament, and I told Junet, he actually forwarded to me. Akasema, I've seen this going round. I said, I think Uhuru wanted a buddy to go home with, to be drinking with. Yeah, I said that comment. I think Uhuru wanted a buddy to
so
go
what do you think?
With.
So do you think Uhuru, before we come to the current, to the present rather, do you think Uhuru was lazy and couldn't deliver Raila, or it was deliberate on his part?
There are those people who are called complacent.
People say Uhuru was lazy and therefore he didn't even know when his own people were deserting him and joining Ruto.
Yes, there's something called complacence.
Yes.
Yeah, and that's exactly who Uhuru was. How genuine he was. I never had the way I say I've never met Ruto. And I want to repeat it here. I say it and people think it's a joke.
Yes.
I've never met William Ruto. I'm the only member of parliament or elected leader who has never met
William Ruto.
And I still remain. If he has a contrary opinion, let him hold a press conference. So I'm also repeating here.
Yes.
I've only spoken to Uhuru through Eugene's phone. But I've never met Uhuru. I've only met him during the Azimio PG. In a distance, ile tu that is how close.
So
I cannot know.
So you cannot confirm whether he was genuine or not.
The people who can confirm, the people who used to run around him, like in Junet and the rest who used to mingle, Baba,
But
Those
for
are
you,
people,
you only look at the
me,
results.
I only observe
And say,
and analyze.
things were not making
Yes, so
sense.
all these things were not making sense to me. So I can only analyze how
Yes.
genuine or not genuine. I don't. But the things that were not making sense to me is that I could tell the security system is infiltrated.
Yes.
I could imagine that if this guy is unable, because there's that question I asked Mradhe, nilimuuliza, nyinyi mnatuambia mtaki Ruto na mmempea budget kwa office of the deputy president. Is this the money he's using to do
Run around.
tanga? I put that question to him. Mwambia, you have a budget here. Why can't you tell us to deny him tumpe 10K? Tuone atafika wapi.
10K.
Yeah, exactly. As in, if kama umekataa mtu, show us.
Show us. Kwa
You know,
vitendo.
kwa vitendo. Not matter. That's why I thought that people they were investing bots. That yenye itapita tuko sawa.
Huku kidogo. So now,
yeah,
to the
they were just business people.
So now
if Raila wins, sawa. If Ruto wins, they were still okay. And do they have a problem now? I don't think so.
Tell me, what do you tell those who are saying, you people, Linda Wananchi, Sifuna and your team, you are being sponsored by Uhuru?
I don't know. I've just repeated here that I've never met William Ruto, and I've never met Uhuru Kenyatta.
But have you heard the same rumor I'm talking about?
I hear the same rumor. I don't know. For me, I can speak for
me.
Could
it be true?
Then wanakutana na wapi usiku?
Could it be true?
I doubt, because why will Uhuru sponsor, say, Caleb or Sifuna? To achieve what?
Will it surprise you if you found out that he's doing so?
I'll not be surprised, because politics has its own intrigues.
Yes.
I'll not be surprised. But at least from where I sit,
yes.
From me, Caleb Amisi Luyai, son of the soil.
Son of the soil.
I have no connection. I have no idea.
Now, tell Kenyans.
I've been doing, like, for example, me. People say I'm too independent.
Yes.
It's because I have no godfather in politics.
Yes.
Raila knew me after I've become a member of parliament.
Yes.
That's why unaona nilikuwa na katazanga Raila vitu without fear.
Yeah.
Unaona ma MP kutoka Nyanza wananishika, wewe unaongeaje kuhusu baba bwana nyama kwa PG.
Yeah. Hata kwa PG.
Because I'm free animal. As
yes. I remember when I had been invited to talk to UMPs in was it Manzoni retreat?
Yeah.
I could see you looked very independent. You asked questions which others would not ask.
I asked questions.
You remember that time, eh?
Yeah. You remember? Yes. I could ask questions when nobody will. I leave the room. Nobody wants to associate with me. Hata kukaa tu koti imemshika. Ataki. Anaogopa kwamba itaonekana kwamba mko na kale.
Yes. But now.
Yeah. But we
supposing you are called.
So for me, I'm very independent to start with. Nobody brought me to politics. That the great people of Saboti who have held my hand. The only maybe a bit of credibility I'll give to Peter Kenneth, because it's through him that I joined politics, through his party. Other than that, nobody. So I have learned to be independent. Everything I do, even I do things and people ask, why in Kama you have been sponsored? No.
You do your own things.
I do my own things. Wakati tutakutana kwa meza, tutakutana kama wanaume.
Supposing upate simu.
Yes.
Hello, Caleb, how are you? Are you in Nairobi? I said, yes. Okay, this is PA to Uhuru Kenyatta. He will want to have a word with you. Okay, then after confirming it is true, you went. Say, habari yako kijana, you are doing very well in politics, and hii kazi yenyu ni mzuri, you need to be supported. You need to be supported. Then he makes arrangement to support you. What will be your reaction?
First of all, I'll ask two questions. Yes. Number one, why do you want to support me? Number two, to be what? And what results, how do you want me to help you after the support? I ask those questions.
You just say you people are doing good job.
Yeah, but
these people have a way of talking.
No,
Unafanya kazi mzuri, unasaidia nchi, shika hii milioni 20.
Inifanyie nini?
Iwasaidie kwa vitu ya mambo yenyu.
Alafu nataka nikusaidia aje wewe?
Hakuna mimi sitaki kitu.
Yeah, if there is no if there's nothing he wants in return, I'll gladly take the money.
If there's nothing you want
there's nothing he wants in return, we have to agree each other. Why does he want to support you?
Talking of money, I've been around politics. I've not run for any election, but I've been around for many years, many years, and I know elections are expensive.
True.
I know politics is expensive. I know, contrary to what many people may think, holding even a rally like in Busia is not a simple matter. How are you people managing? Or do you have somebody else? Forget about Uhuru now. There are people who are.
You know, this issue of being sponsored, I've been asked the same. In fact, kuna mtu alikuwa ananiambia, wewe uchunge wenzako wanakula, wewe ndio hujui. Chunga, wewe ndio hukuli. So I told them, just relax. Time has a way of telling everything.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
If one of us is being sponsored and we don't know, time will tell. Just give it time.
Time will
Don't be in
tell.
a hurry.
Yes.
Everything will be unraveled. They'll reach a time when the sponsors will come, when maybe your money will be depleted and these things will show.
But you have confidence in your colleagues.
We do because these are people who have been consistent. Like Orengo, bana.
Yes.
Orengo has been in the streets for even before some of us were born.
Yes.
This is a guy you can doubt. This is a person you can say that he can only come out if somebody has sponsored him.
How strong is Sifuna as a person? I'll be hosting him here next week.
Yeah.
He was supposed to have come this week, but something happened. So next week, I think Tuesday, Wednesday. How strong is he?
I like his independent mind.
Yes.
And of course, me, you know me very well. I cannot just hop around with individuals who the next minute they throw you under the bus. Yeah.
Why I'm asking this
Yes.
is, you know what is happening in the country today?
Yeah.
We have William Ruto, President Ruto on one side. Then we have the United Opposition now calling themselves
United Alternative Government.
which is wrong. Alternative is a bad thing. You are alternative, which is the same. Another side of the same thing. And I think I'll have advising them to drop that name. But they are there. Gachagua, Kalonzo, and the rest of the people. Now you people have a might. We have never had quite a third force. When Mudavadi tried to be a third force, he was almost number 4. People say number 1 was Uhuru, number 2 was Raila, number 3 was spoiled votes, number 4 was Mudavadi. But for the first time.
Do you know why?
Yes.
And I don't know why you've been in this space probably longer than I.
Of course.
We are going to an election since 2002. Since we left Kanu regime.
Yes.
Since we say yote yawezekana bila Moi at Uhuru Park.
Yes.
This is the first time we are going to an election without Raila.
Which is big.
Yeah. That is the reason why you are wondering, hey, kuna another force. That is
the reason.
That is the reason. Because it has always been Raila versus.
A big tree like this cannot fall and things just remain the same.
Yeah, so that's the reason why.
That's why
it is not even going to be third force. They're even going to be fifth force.
It could even be 4
Thank you very much.
Now.
Yeah.
There is a possibility that this Linda Mwananchi, you young people, and by the way, people are receiving you very well, especially young people. You are starting to action. You are bringing to action, to life, a group that has hitherto been dormant. So you got quite a following. So there's a possibility that you will team up with one of the 2. Let's say there are 2 now. There will be more. You could team up with Ruto and you could team up with Kalonzo. Since the Ruto looks most unlikely, you could team up with Kalonzo. But there is this possibility that circumstances, the situation, and the people could demand that you go all the way and not support somebody, but be the people to produce the president. When you look at that idea, does it seem to be an idea that is worth? Can it occupy your mind? Can you think about it? And if yes, do you see among yourselves, and without saying who, I know Sifuna is up there, but do you see yourself producing a person who can lead the country? not in future, now,
Yeah.
which is, because 2027 is now.
Yeah, you know that question can only come from a person of your age.
Yes, yes.
Because you have predominantly been conditioned to think that a young person cannot be a president. You were born when Kenyatta at an
Yes,
old
yes,
age
yes.
was the president.
Yes, yes, yes.
I don't know the prime minister then, who was the British colonialist.
Yes, yes.
The age, I'm quite sure,
Yes,
it was almost the age of Kenyatta.
yes.
So the time you were born, you saw old men at State House.
Yes, yes.
So you are
I'm used to the idea.
So you are used to the idea of an old man at his
Sitting
State House.
on the seat of power.
You saw Kenyatta, you saw Moi, you
Yes.
saw Kibaki.
Yes,
And probably that's the reason why you supported Raila.
yes.
And you think this city is for people above 60 years.
Yes.
That's hivi nyangarika.
Vijana hawa.
What can they? That's why I say, do you see? We are even late. We are extremely late. You look at the history of Patrice Lumumba, fought for independence of Congo, DRC, and then used to be called the Republic of Congo.
Yes.
That was under the Leopold King, King Leopold II
Yes.
of Belgium.
Yes.
And later on the Belgium government took over.
Yeah.
Patrice Lumumba, look at his age.
Yeah,
He just cleared university when they were just 16 graduates, and one of them was Patrice Lumumba.
Yes.
And he took over the Belgium.
Yeah.
Though he died in the process, but history is there.
Yes.
You look at Thomas Sankara.
Yes,
Thomas Sankara, what was his age when he fought for the independence of Burkina Faso?
Yeah.
Look at even the current president of Burkina Faso. Of course, he came in through the military coup. He's a military junta.
Yeah.
Whichever the case, he's a president.
Yeah.
Look at the president of Senegal.
Yes.
Faye Diomaye.
Yes.
You know, his friend was imprisoned.
Sonko, yeah.
Sonko.
Yeah.
And Sonko said, fine, you go and take over. I mean, who was Faye until it was announced
that this is the
that
president.
This is the president. There are
and many others.
There are many others.
The current trend in most of Europe
and many
now.
others. Now, you know what? The idea of a democracy is what people needs to understand. And people, you've said right, kwamba we've awakened up a sleeping giant, the youth vote.
Yes.
The old men, of course, are the owners of capital, the bourgeoisie. They have tried it to use the proletariat, and the youth, because of the lack of resources, and they have been relegated to as proletariat. So they have been depending on the old.
Yes.
Even politically, it's just some of us who have been independent.
Yes.
You look at my political journey.
Yes.
You don't see an old person around me.
No, no.
Yeah. So there is a time for everything, and I believe, and I want to tell you the reason why this could be a shock, is that the youth of this country have now finally realized, and we are talking about the millennial, and we are talking about the Gen Z who are born in this town. They have come to realize that in 2002, we had Raila on one side. Raila was vying for, was supporting Kibaki.
Yes.
So we had Kibaki, Raila, Kalonzo.
So he taught you all those people.
So he taught you on one side. The other side we had Moi, Uhuru,
Yes.
William Ruto.
Yes.
This is the time maybe most of these Gen Zs and millennials were in school, and Gen Z were basically being born.
Yes.
2007, Raila, a common factor. Now the Ruto who was on Uhuru's side has jumped now, has joined Raila.
Yes.
On this side, and they're clamoring for change. So we have Raila, Ruto. The Mudavadi was in Uhuru's side, has also joined Raila.
Yes, that's 207 now.
207.
Yes.
And this other side now we have Kibaki, who was on this other side,
Now-
he has now joined with Uhuru.
Yes.
Now they're on one side.
Yes.
2013, Raila, common factor. So Raila is on this side. Now Raila has Kalonzo. Kalonzo was katikati, has now jumped and joined Raila. So you have Kalonzo, Raila, Wetangula.
was
Mudavadi has now gone katikati.
Yes.
On this other side, we have Uhuru and Ruto.
Yes.
Ruto was on this side.
Has gone
he
the
has
other
now
side.
gone the other
Yes,
side.
yes.
Now 2000 and we are 2013, 2017. Raila a common factor. And these students are growing. They are going to they have left
Somewhere in
kindergarten.
university, others have
They
left.
have left kindergarten.
Yes.
They are going to
High s-
colleges,
yes.
high schools. They are growing through this.
Yeah.
And then now 2017, Raila a common factor.
Yes.
Raila is on Kalonzo, is with
Wetangula again.
Wetangula. Now Mudavadi has refused to be katikati.
He has joined Raila again now.
Joined Raila again. On this other side now we have Ruto,
Yes.
we have Uhuru,
Uhuru, yes.
and Mother Karua. Mother Karua was now katikati.
He has now gone the other side.
No. Now he died independently, so he was katikati.
Yes.
Again.
Yes.
Now 2017, Raila a common factor.
2022.
No,
now.
2022.
Yes.
Raila a common factor. Now the mother who was katikati
Has joined
Raila.
Yes, yes.
Now Uhuru, who was with Ruto, has joined Raila.
Yes.
Now Mudavadi and Wetangula, who are with Raila,
Have joined Ruto.
Have those people changed?
They're the same people. You put it in a way I had not seen before.
Have those people changed?
They're the same people.
And you know, these young people have been growing seeing this.
Watching this game.
Watching this game. And we are a bit saying we are fighting for change. Which change under the same people? Since Moi left, they are the same people exchanging roles. And then you ask yourself, how come Raila has joined Ruto? How come? And they've worked together before, severally.
They are the same.
Why are you shocked? And that's why and this is not the opinion of Sifuna, it's not the opinion of Babu, neither, I don't know the opinion of Orengo.
It is your opinion.
This is my opinion. And that's why I'm saying that how sure are you that we will follow Kalonzo and Kalonzo works with Ruto? They are the same people that have worked together before. That's why this is my opinion. Because I told you I'm a keen observer and a strategist.
Yes.
I talked about Uhuru Kenyatta, it came to happen.
Yes.
Now I'm asking the same question. We are busy talking about change. What if the same guy we are fighting for change and comes and say Manyora amenishinda kummanage, and then he takes Ruto back to the government? Is it a shock?
Ever repeat it there?
Yeah.
He can win.
Yes, he wins,
And then Manyora makes
brings
demands
trouble.
on him.
And he said, no, let me bring Ruto back.
Kunisaidia kudili na
Kunisaidia
Manyora.
kudili na huyu.
Manyora's demand are becoming too excessive.
Too many.
Let's get it right. So
You
Kalonzo
know-
has won with the support of Manyora and you people.
Yes.
So he's the president. So we
Yes.
have President Kalonzo.
And this guy said you could not have become a president without me.
Then Manyora tells him,
My friend,
Hapa
nataka hii
tulikubaliana,
na-
hapo umefanya
ama-
niki-
the guy ana get tired.
You are becoming stubborn.
Anatoa Ruto kwa return, anasema niletee wakalenjini wako.
I want to deal with Manyora.
Na anahuburu hapo na anamkalisha hapo. Because that's what I'm saying.
This is big.
This is me. This is Caleb Amisi saying that any person who has served in Moi's government has no business being part of this change.
Because they can't. They are the same.
They are the same. If I win election today, I have no business calling any one of them to come and sit down with me to run the government. But them, they can call each other because they have worked together. They know each other. They have worked with the same cabinet. I've never worked in the cabinet. I have never worked with any one of them in parliament. I have no relationship, absolutely.
So for those of us who got shocked when Raila went into this engagement with Ruto, we should have seen
You
it.
should have seen it. But now I'm telling, and mark today. Mark today. And you know, Kenyans are so blinded by small things. We get excited, kidogo kidogo, na shoka inatoka. Mimi nawafungua mapema kwamba the trouble of this country has nothing with picking a lesser evil and running with him. The trouble in this country has been created by a cabal around Moi that are exchanging roles depending on which one favors you today. and they can work together easily, anytime,
especially when their interests are
where
stake.
their interests meet somewhere and they work together so easily.
If I'm getting you right, Kenyans should be concerned, almost worried. But again,
even if Ruto wins,
yes,
I was telling the ODM guys, Ruto can win an election, and he takes Manyora or Kalonzo to work with him, and he tells you people, niliwapea minister last time, nini mnanisumbua?
acheni kwanza wengine wapate sasa.
Acheni wengine wapate kwanza. What will you do? Because he has pocketed you. So now he needs to make a coalition with somebody else. And the life will go on as if nothing has happened. That's what is making these young people tired. They have seen these things happen. They have grown with them.
Now there's a danger here.
Yeah.
Because, frankly speaking, you are making me see things I hadn't even seen.
You can't see because you are part of the status quo.
Let me tell you, Caleb, I'm worried now. I'm worried because like many other Kenyans, I have a lot of hope in you people. But I'm worried because don't you think you pose there for serious danger to both the establishment and the opposition?
Yeah, but don't you also think it's time?
Because
yeah,
the way you put it, then you are a danger, not just to Ruto, but also to the opposition.
No, the opposition have a space.
Yes.
To rekindle themselves.
Yes.
Because I said, the time I meet Kalonzo like this, we're making a coalition, or Matiang'i or whoever, there are some conditionalities I'll put on the table. That when we win an election, this should not happen. There are conditionalities.
And we do it in a way you can't go against it.
Yes. There are conditionalities. You see some of the things I'm talking about?
Yes.
Yes. When we win elections, this and this should not happen. If they meet and we sign, they'll get
we
our
can
support.
Work together.
We can work together. But we are saying we already know we have been consuming all this, and we are not ready to walk that journey again. It happened during Uhuru's time. We saw Baba at the steps of Harambee House, and we were shocked.
Everybody was shocked.
Everybody was shocked.
On 9th of March, I remember the day.
And then we got very embarrassed that we have been throwing unprintable words towards Uhuru.
And here
you saw what Babu Wino went through.
Yes.
By calling Uhuru under the mother names.
Yes.
Babu Wino was arrested. Was Raila arrested?
No.
Yes. So we said we've learned it. These guys can work together anytime. This time round, if I'm going to support any person for president, including Sifuna, I'll put condition to him. I'll say I've suffered a lot. I almost died fighting for people to be president in this country.
Yes.
I will tell you that if I support you, this and this will not happen. And this will be our point of departure. Pen and paper. Yeah.
How if these people, sensing the danger you pose, come together?
They'll go home, all of them. In fact, I wish they come together quickly.
The opposition and Ruto.
Yes, they'll go home. Kazi imeisha. Hiyo ndio tunataka. Tunasema hii any person who served in Moi's government must go. Alafu wakuja pamoja. Umejua hii kitu inatufanya tu wanapata sympathy kidogo kwa sababu wanaona wako upande wa vijana kidogo against Ruto. Even now, if tomorrow you see Edwin Sifuna with a photo, whether it is AI or what, with William Ruto, and then tell him to go back to Kakamega. Uone kama ata address mtu hapo.
They have nobody.
Yeah. This is the breaking point. You know, there has been a time people are now tired. It's a boiling point.
Yes.
We've been saying that the young people, this is a boiling point. It will erupt.
Yes.
This is the boiling point. They observe you.
Yes.
You do something. That's why you see I've been telling, and I'm actually very passionate with Sifuna, na namwambia navigate pole pole. They brought Matiang'i kutoka kwa kazi ya World Bank. Akakuja mbio address rally 2-3 ikaishia hapo.
What happened?
Wakatoa Maraga from retirement.
Wakamwambia kama.
Akasema bwana, wewe ndio ulikuwa unajua hata
nullify election.
Ukasema fidelity to the law.
Yes.
You remember that word? Wewe ndio utanyorosha hii nchi. Matiang'i akasema nani, Maraga akasema why not? I'm here for your service. Akalipuka. Paybill muulize imefika pesa ngapi? So
are you the next? Are you people the next?
That's what I'm saying.
Because
That's what I'm saying.
yes.
There is also a danger in erupting early. There's a danger. Look at how Obama became president.
Yes.
You know, people ask, including the business community, the who is new in America. Donald Trump, the current MP, was asking, who is this guy?
Yes.
Donald Trump was asking, who is this guy?
Yes.
1 year to the next election.
Yeah.
But Obama erupted, is a black American. He has no resources. And he said, I do not belong to the
Washington Club.
The Washington Club. But
Yes.
I'm old enough in politics to know that the Washington politics must change.
It can't work. Let's drain that swamp.
Let's change. Somebody will just erupt and say, no, things must change.
Yes.
Na umati yote inaenda na kesho ni election day na anaenda nayo. That's why I said the restlessness of this generation must be taken care of. Watu wanasema ati hawajachukua kura. Kitaamuka tu siku moja utawapata laini imelipuka kwa kura. Wamechukua kura.
Na kila mtu hesabu yake nakataa
tena wanyamaza. Tena iamuke tu 1 week to the election na upate wamelipuka. Ni uju. Na ule atalipuka wa mwisho. Ruto, you are done.
Let me ask you now that you mentioned kulipuka and Ruto.
Yeah.
What?
Like give an example.
Yes.
If the election was after Kakamega rally.
Yes.
Who would have been the president?
Sifuna.
Thank you very much. Next question.
Thank you very much. The next question is here. What is your assessment of Ruto's chances of becoming president in 2027?
I've said kuna kitu talipuka.
Yes.
That one I know it's burning. Italipuka.
Yes.
And you know, these people they're very keen. Yes. The good thing about the Gen Z, yes, they do research, nini. Wakati wanaiamusha, inakuanga shup universal. Unaamuka asubuhi unapata.
And they know how to mobilize.
And alafu they don't need resources to mobilize. It is self-mobilizing. There are people asking, Kitengela. Yes. Kitengela we drove. Langata Road kidogo kwa kanisa, tutoka kwa kanisa na magari.
Yes.
Kufika,
it is
self-mobilization on Twitter. Wamefika hapa, twende, wanaamushana. It has never happened.
Yes.
Technology.
Yes.
It has never happened.
So they can mobilize.
They can mobilize. They'll wake up their parents and say, kama wewe ni baba yangu, na unataka nikuwe na maisha mazuri. Umeniona hapa sina school fees. Umeniona hapa sina kazi. I've been living in your house, Dad.
At my age.
4 years now. Do you feel ashamed for me as your firstborn son? Yes. What am I giving as a support or whatever to my younger kids who are looking at me at my age? Nimezalia hadi mtoto kwa nyumba yako baba. Release us to change our country. Baba atamwachilia.
Release us to change our country.
Yes.
You know what?
And it is coming.
What you are saying is not a joke. As old people.
Yes.
And people younger than us a bit, but parents, we went through a very hard time. When our Gen Z children left to go to town in June 2024, you know, some who are good enough, well-mannered, well-brought up to even ask their parents. And some of the parents found themselves in a very difficult situation. You know it's dangerous. And yet, what they are talking about is about the future of this country. It's about their future. So the conflict between the fear that could bring and the necessity of the moment that there must be somebody to push this government. Some parents told them, you go.
Yeah, thank you very much. They will listen. Yeah. Because it is the parents who are tribal.
Yes.
Mimi, I see young people here, they are not tribal.
Yes.
They have, you know, nyinyi mulizaliwa huko Ushago, kaenda Ushago. These ones have been born in town.
Yeah.
They have interacted with all the tribes.
Yes.
Hata mkienda, there was highest you could go, maybe is Musingu.
Yeah, hapo tu area tu.
Area. and then unapata teaching job hapo Kaimosi,
Yes,
and then
basi.
unarudi unafunza in your former school.
Kwisha.
Wakati unakuja Nairobi ni wakati maybe Moi siku moja mmekuja kama you are lucky to have belonged to a choir.
Yes.
Unakuja mna perform State House, mnarudi na bus. Unaangalia KCC kwa mlango tu ya dirisha tu ya bus. That's the closest you've been. These people have been born here, interacting with everybody.
Yes.
The technology is also enhancing the interaction.
Yes.
So there's nothing new you are telling them, nothing you are lying to them.
And the fear is nothing to them.
And the fear is nothing because there's nothing to lose. They have no wealth. Wewe unaona maybe uko na kanyumba mahali.
Kagari kidogo.
Uko na kashia zapo sako. Sasa you are living in a comfort zone. So what you are doing, you are just saying nothing should disturb this
life with the leisure.
Yes, nothing that should disturb. But them they are disturbed by lack of it.
So hata kikilipuka.
Yeah, but what do they have to lose? The only thing they guard with their life and the blood is bundles. Because that's all the wealth they have in this world.
Would that have a bearing on the next year's election, Kale? In the event Ruto decides to do a Malaba and Ambere North on Kenyans in 2027?
It's because they have told you the young people will erupt. That time they not erupt. So you also enjoyed the traditional tribal voting. Yeah, tribal voting. That's what was happening in Mbere and the other time.
Yes.
Yeah. So
what I'm trying to say, supposing
let's even assume
these
people remain quiet. I want to ask you a very genuine question. Ruto is enjoying the Rift Valley vote.
Yes.
Give it to him. There's what we call politics of belonging. Ni mtu wetu.
Yes.
He became a president by a mere 200 votes.
200,000 votes,
200,000 votes.
Yes.
When he had the Rift Valley and the Central together.
Yes.
Together, and I mean it.
Yes.
This thing of saying that Raila got votes in Central, they were not, they are not traditionally Central people. These were just Luyas and Ruos who are living there.
Yeah.
So he got maximum
from Central and Rift Valley.
And the Rift Valley. Now, right now, is Central region with William Ruto?
No.
No, thank you. So that is 46% gone.
Yes, actually it was 47% of his vote.
So 47% of his votes gone.
Yes.
What did he... 47% is almost a half.
Almost half of his vote.
Half of his vote, which was 7,000.
7 million.
So he needs 3,500.
3.5 million, yeah.
3.5 million.
Yes.
This 3.5 million, he needs to get from the traditional Azimio.
Yes.
Okay. Now, traditional Azimio has Kambas, 1.5, and the Kisses fill it to 2 million because they're about 500.
Yes.
So the traditional Azimio was 2 million has already gone. They are not with him. So he remains with 1.5.
Yes.
Traditional Azimio.
Yes.
Now, this 1.5, he needs to get it from Western and the Nyanza. Nyanza voted to 78% for Raila when Raila was on the ballot. Now, Raila is not just not on the ballot, Raila is no more.
Yeah. Actually, it was less than 78%.
Yeah. So when Raila was on the ballot, and when Raila had the state machinery,
yes, yes.
When it was his last bullet, they voted 78. Now, Raila is not just not on the ballot.
Yes.
He is not anymore. He cannot give a direction. Do you think they'll still vote 78% for whoever, assuming Ruto?
No.
It will be less. Let's even give it 50%.
Or even 60.
Or even 60.
Yes.
Now, Western, the same. There are a half who voted for Ruto, basically because Mudavadi and Wetangula convinced them.
Yeah.
Is Wetangula and Mudavadi any longer factors in Western region? It's done.
Yes.
So the votes that Mudavadi and Wetangula brought
those are going with the wind.
Are gone.
Yes.
So the ones he was to take was for ODM.
Yes.
Are those ODM votes after you have removed Sifuna from ODM and Oparanya has received M. Kwisha? You know, that Fuliza is what you gave Oparanya.
Yes.
Are those ODM still exerted with ODM?
No.
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 So where is Ruto getting the votes to become the next president?
Looks hard, eh?
No, I'm asking a question.
I think I
You
should...
know, I've gone to your tribal cocoon, yani ile mmezoea kutuzungusha hii Kenya.
Yes,
Nimerudi hapo sasa.
So even there
even your comfort zone, I'm there.
Unatafuta uoni.
Yeah, I've reached your comfort zone. I'm not even back to where we are.
Yeah. Do you think Ruto should be worried? Ruto should be worried.
The only way to Ruto to survive,
Yes,
I'm not a strategist, is if now the opposition has several candidates.
Is that a possibility?
I don't think so. I don't think so. Because,
Yes.
in fact, to me, the only person who can vie maybe was Manyora. But by law, he will not be allowed to vie.
Yes.
So that leaves the entire Central region to support one person.
Yes.
Central region just needs one region to take over power.
Yes.
Because of the numerical strength.
Correct.
So if Central just supports Aluya,
for running mate, for example,
or a running mate,
president or running mate,
or running mate,
yeah,
that one is done.
It's gone.
It's gone.
What are
if Matiang'i vies,
yes,
then they'll deny us 50+1. Okay?
If Matiang'i vies against Kalonzo,
and we do not know who is the running mate.
Yes.
There is also a danger in Matiang'i vying against the popular will of the opposition, and he gets nothing.
Against the popular will of the opposition and the people.
Yes, he gets nothing. Because people will say, remember what happened to Mudavadi?
Yes.
People, they will leave him with less than 300,000 votes.
Yes. Do you see people of Kenya being more involved, actually almost forcing you politicians to settle on a person? When you say that eruption,
it is going to be there.
It is
uncharted water.
But it's the people who say hapa.
There is the uncharted water that we are staring at.
People say hapa.
Hapa.
Kama ni Sifuna kwisha.
Na ukikaa kando, hata hakuna mtu uta address.
Watu wamesema ni
huyu. You remember what it happens at Kibaki, Moi, yote yawezekana.
Bila Moi. Yes.
There are people who had refused.
Yes.
And Nyachai wanted to be endorsed.
Yes.
Raila went to see Nyachai at Serena.
Yes.
Wakina Kibaki were there.
Watu walikuwa wanataka hata kina Kalonzo.
Walikuwa wanataka kila mtu. In fact, if Raila tells you that story, he said he was in a room where nobody wanted to kuachia mwingine. Walisema basi. So Raila akasema I go first. Akasema naachia wengine. Raila was the first to say I go first. Wengine wakakataa. So what they did, they twende Uhuru Park. So Raila alikuwa anabeba hivi, anaona response ya crowd, anarudisha, anasimamisha huyu, anaangalia response, anasimamisha huyu, wakati anasimamisha Kibaki,
sema si huyu tosha.
It was
na ikaisha hivyo.
Yes.
So we are almost
there.
And 202 moments.
Yes, we are going there. Watasimamisha huyu, asimamisha, crowd itasema huyo. You see the way walinisimamisha Kitale?
Yes.
Wa Ford Kenya.
Watu wakasema
alafu watakati Caleb huyo.
This Caleb you are talking about has a very interesting story as we wind up. Can you share with us your journey for just 2 minutes only?
Yeah, my journey is inspiring.
And by the way, congratulations. I saw you graduating with a higher degree recently.
Yes, I'm now an international relations expert.
Okay.
I'm looking for a job.
Which job? You have a better job than any other job in this country.
When after graduation, you're supposed to get a job.
A job will give you another term in support.
I'm tamaki.
How did you get there? Because I had a snippet of your journey. You said you went from one which school and with a box only.
Yeah, with a padlock. You know, people don't know.
You were admitted?
People don't know. That's why I told you my story is a miracle.
Yes.
Ile unasikianga ndo hii unaiangalia sasa.
Yes.
My father died before I was born.
Before you were born?
Yes, 2 months before born.
Oh.
Yeah, so my father died 2 months to be born.
Uh-huh.
And my mother left me under a tree in my paternal grandmother's compound.
Akae kwao kwa kina baba yake.
6 months old. Niliambiwa nilipeleka hospitali almost dying.
Uh-huh. Wow.
Nilipeleka kama karibu na kufa.
A small kid of 6 months?
Yes, 6 months. Under a tree.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So I was brought by my grandmother. Of course, just peasant farmers to Kang'ombe kamoja, our traditional homestead.
Yes.
Kang'ombe na kambuzi.
Yes.
Yeah, so those are the life we brought up. I've walked to school barefoot until class 8, Form 1. Sometimes naambianga watu hii miguu ni vile nimepeleka spa hapa town, lakini ilikuwa imekatika contours.
Maga.
Hii spa imesugua kidogo.
Yes.
I now look like a human being.
Yes. Yes. So you went from one.
So I became a top student in my primary. I performed well in a mock exam. My headmaster saw my performance. And he said, huyu mtoto is an orphan. I know the story. Yes. He stays with a grandmother.
Yes.
There is no even relative. Ni yeye na grandmother.
Yes.
Yes, he's performed well, but where will he go?
Correct.
So he went to Starehe. He took a yellow form and he filled for me without my knowledge.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, because even if you become top student,
where will you go?
And no, even in Starehe, you can be top student in Kenya, but before you fill the yellow form, they'll not admit you.
Yes.
So he filled the yellow form, and the results came. I was in the newspaper, top student in Western region.
Yes.
But that's how you see now, where do I go? Yellow form, kumbe, the headmaster filled it. I was told you've been called to Starehe Boys Center.
You are told?
Yes. Starehe ni nini? I didn't even know there is a school called Starehe Boys Center in this country.
You are a village boy.
Yes, that's a village boy. That's why I was asking, which is Starehe? I actually thought, wasema ni shule ya wazungu. I thought now I'm going to America because wasema ni shule ya wazungu.
Yes.
That's why in my mind I woke up knowing tomorrow I'm going to America.
Yes.
Kumbe ni Nairobi. So I went to Starehe with a padlock.
A padlock?
Padlock hivi. Padlock na ufungo yake.
Kafuli
peke yake. I wore my first shoe in Starehe Boys Center.
So when you reached there, you got...
I was given vitu za kutumia.
They knew your status. Your headmaster had explained everything.
Of course.
So they were waiting for a boy who is with nothing. Yes. Leave alone school fees. Yes. With nothing.
Not destitute.
They even gave you somewhere to put your things.
Of course, the box. You are provided with the box.
They gave you a box.
Yeah.
Gave you shoes.
Yeah. So
gave you uniform.
Yes.
Waived the fees.
Yes. I was, Starehe, you have either you are sponsored or self-sponsored.
Or self-sponsored.
So of course I went to the category of now being sponsored. My sponsor came from Canada. I used to communicate to them.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you then take your studies serious? A village boy in Starehe. You are little America, yes.
Yes, a little boy in Starehe. I was, if you ask my schoolmates of Starehe, they even ask, hata saa hii tukikutana wanaanza tu kucheck.
Why?
Wanashangaa, how come you are an MP? You are a quiet boy.
Yes.
Mwenye hata kukuata, I was never close even to being a prefect.
You're just quiet there.
In fact, the best I was a chairman of Jopo la Kiswahili.
Your village life is a shadow you are walking under.
Yeah.
Yes.
They wonder. And Starehe, I schooled with the who is who.
Yeah, I know.
There are students who at that time, and it still lingers in my mind,
yes,
who are driving S-class and they are students.
Mercedes S-class?
Yes.
And they are students?
Yes, I don't want to say their names, but they are who is who. I had actually, my class had almost 4 students of minister.
Watoto
ministers then.
Na village boy yako hapo ndani.
Village boy yako hapo ndani.
Ukamaliza form 4.
Nikamaliza form 4.
You are 844 people?
Yes, 844. I think the last.
So you finished form 4, you passed your exam?
After finishing form 4, Starehe has what we call holiday jobs.
Yes.
So I used to work in a hospital during the holiday. Like Kenyatta Hospital, immigration office, because we are allowed to go on jobs holiday.
Yes.
And that's a system that I think must be emulated by most schools.
Yes.
Because after holiday jobs,
Study
after
work
sasa
also.
nimeenda nyumbani, I went to teach at a local school called St. Mark's Chavogere. I went to teach there.
Yes.
Yeah, I went to teach there as an untrained teacher. I actually took my scout to the provisional level as an untrained teacher.
Yes.
Because in ile school kwamba wewe when umetoka Starehe, you are even better qualified than the people who went to train as teachers.
Yes. Just being in Starehe.
Yeah. So I was there for 1.5 years. That during our time there is no quick transition. You are at 2 years at home
before you go to university.
Before you go to university.
Yes.
Ndio unatoka wengine wameoa wanakuja na familia.
Yes.
So I was getting 3,000 per month. 3,000. You are shocked. 3,000.
Then from there you.
I know you are used to.
Yeah. Then from there you went to university.
So I have to clarify.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So after teaching as a UT, you went to university.
I went to university.
But the 3,000 per person, the boy wasn't little money then. It was able to make you.
I was able to help my shosho there. Yeah. So that is hiyo ndio mshahara peke yangu my grandmother alitest.
She died before you became an
Yeah,
MP.
she died when I was third year university.
Oh,
and that's the reason why. Case. That's the reason why now we. I mean, I have not finished. I joined the University of Nairobi.
Yes.
To Bachelor of Commerce, Kabete campus, Kabete Pesa.
Kabete Pesa.
Kabete Ngombe.
Ngombe na Kabete, I know. That's where I got my bread.
I have to clarify.
Yes.
Kabete Pesa.
Yes.
Yeah, and Babu, I used to campaign for Babu.
Yes.
I was his chief campaigner.
Oh.
For Kabete campus.
Kabete campus, yes.
Baada hajanilipa nitamuuliza kuna ka balance.
Balance. When you are Linda Mwananchi.
So me and the Babu have come a long way.
Yes.
And started working in Citibank, started Chartered Bank. This thing of holiday jobs and going to work at a teaching fraternity gave me a long CV.
Yes.
So when I applied the job at Chartered Bank, I became an assistant to the manager because my CV is long.
Now,
in university, and I was getting good
because
salary.
We must wind up, as my director tells me.
Yeah.
You can see how they are waving hands. Hii mududu ya siasa ilikuuma saa ngapi sasa?
I met Peter Kenneth.
The politics of this bag of politics.
Yeah, I met Peter Kenneth. Yes. That's why I tell you my story is miracle.
Yes.
I met Peter Kenneth in Old Boys Starehan Society, where we meet as alumnus of Starehe.
Yes.
Mbuzi, they call it Mbuzi. And Peter Kenneth told us he's vying for president of Kenya. That time Uhuru was facing Hague case. And he said the central people wamesema sasa mimi ndio nachukua baada Uhuru anaenda Hague. Ni mimi. Nikajazika nikasema Starehe boy is going to be a president ba. Nikamwambia hapo nikamwambia acha nikushikie Western. In the same meeting.
Wacha nikushikie Western.
And I went to the ground campaign for Peter Kenneth. In the process, I put my name on the ballot as MP for Saboti. KNC tuna Westmek. I got 4,000 votes. Then I came back nikaiplania vizuri. Nikasema hii kitu kama I'm a nobody.
And I get 4,000.
I have no name.
Yeah. And I'm
in a cosmopolitan place
where my tribesmen
are not there.
Almost not there.
Are not known.
I have a chance.
4,000.
I have a chance.
Nikapeka calculation nikaikuja nikajipanga vizuri. 2017 I took it. 2022
and here you are.
I was re-elected because of my performance.
And the sky is
the limit.
Caleb Amisi, MP Sabot, not Sabaut. Firebrand, a man who had the courage to say he doubted Uhuru's support for Raila Odinga. The sky is the limit. You can see his role in Linda Mwananchi.
I'm the founder.
One of the founder members of Linda Mwananchi. And he says, if this country is to change, we should not rely and count on legacy politicians. The people who grew up and learned in the Moi Academy, in the Moi School of Politics. We have to look outside. And when you look outside, unaona Babu, unaona Sifuna, unaona na wengine, na unaona Caleb Amisi.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Caleb Amisi.
Asante.
Thank you. At least I've paid the debts You asked me to bring Caleb. He has come. You're then in Melipa, and I'm sure you are not disappointed. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And come again.
Asante.
And again.
Kenya needs a renaissance. I always say.
I've learned a lot from you.
Yes, Kenya
I've
needs
learned
a
a lot
renaissance.
from you, especially the CISO.
Yes.
One time, Raila with so-and-so.
Yes.
Raila remained this side. One of the people goes the other side. Then at the next election, they are. So it is the same. And if you are hoping for change from this, you are wasting your
You are
time.
wasting your time.
Thank you very much.
Asante.
May God bless you.